Hello, I'm Beast Boy. This is the video for Saturday, 21st of October, 2023. Enjoy! Hey, so since I haven't shot, obviously because I have no inspiration, nor motivation, nor support, but I did see I got one new member, so thanks to whomever. I really don't check, so I'm up to 7-1 now. It still would be damn nice to reach a centio or a hundred by the end of by the 31st of December. So I'm gonna maybe visualize on that later. I gotta pick this up. Mama Vilma had asked to use this chair earlier. She was making picking apart some garlic, like whole garlic. Hold on, I need my right hand to some whole garlic. So she asked for the chair, but on top of the chair we keep some stuff. Obviously, I've been using this lately more than the vacuum because the vacuum is super loud. It's like at least 80 or 90 decibels, I would guess, if not more. I'm not sure. The whole decibel thing, it works weird because it's not linear. It's like exponent. I forget what the word is. Anyways, these are the grounds from the last coffee I made. I like to I'll show you guys right now. I like to use it as a natural pesticide for the trees because we were thinking that there was I'm just filling up 3 cups of daily water. We were thinking that there was some type of something that was affecting the trees. I do know that when the trees are put in certain places, the radiation from the sun's rays, will actually give the leaves sunburns. And that happened to 7-Eleven because where I positioned it right in front of the garage, which is the closed-in car park. And all that is around there, there's nothing natural. It's just like cement and the pavement. But the other 2 trees, which didn't suffer as much sunburn, I'm gonna show you what the sunburn looks like. Like you see this right there, that's sunburn. And how I came to that conclusion is because I noticed that this tree, this one right here is this is semilla, was casting a shadow, and the shadow just happened to stop right there. So this part here was exposed to the sun's rays at a certain time of the day when the sun passes, and it actually is above that tree line right there. Obviously we have the coconut palm trees, but they're tall and they do provide a little bit of shadow, but not as much shadow as those big old trees that the neighbor has, and those give a lot of leaves. We used to have a tree like that in front of our house, but when Papa Alex and Mama Vilma did this driveway, they cut down the tree, which made me sad. Let's not forget Survivor, which was the first tree that I planted, but I didn't take good care of it. So even though this tree is so small and tiny, it's actually older than all of those 3 over there. We have that one is Semilla, 22nd, and then the furthest one away, I can't zoom in anymore, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven had 3 trunks. You can still see on the bottom there's a little trunk, and from that little trunk there's actually a little leaf growing. All right, zooming back out. This one here, Semilla, I cut because this was dead, so I cut it here so it could just grow. And then I accidentally one day I did the little trunk that grew out, because like I said, nature always finds a way, which is amazing. That's why I keep this little baby alive. I put a little like toothpick and I tied it with zip ties so it would like kind of like go in there. I still water them. I don't really follow the schedule that I'm supposed to, which is every other day. I almost water them daily, but I don't know. Maybe I don't do it twice. Maybe I just do it once. But the leaves are looking nice. It's got a little leaf right there. I'm thinking maybe I should cut around more and give it more like more soil for it to do its roots. I edged all the driveway, almost all of it. I didn't do part of the sidewalk, and I did it with a scissor, like a gardening scissor, which is just pretty much this. This is all it is. Wait, right here with this thing right here. Because the edges, and because of that, I bruised my hand right there, and right there. I think where is it? Right there. Because our edges, we tried to do it with this machine we bought with this weed eater, but the edges were so thick. See, like this right here, I gotta pick this up, and then see that dirt. I've been picking that up with a little broom and a little dust bucket. But I think I edged this one. Yeah, that looks clean. But this is what it looks like before it's edged. You see how the cement is right here? So this should really be cut all through here. And then our property stops right about here, So cut all through here, so that up to the cement. And then everything that is left, I end up picking up with the broom, the little broom and the thing. Here I edged all the way up too, but then I just stopped shy towards the end. So that's just some more stuff that I can work on to help maintain the property. I also use that scissor to maintain these things leveled, because Papa Alex had asked me to do so. These trees, these little like these right here, I can cut already, because see, they're taller than this. He likes to keep it below this. So I use the scissor for that as well. I gotta keep the scissor right there. Why isn't it zooming in? I keep the scissor right there. And then along with, you know, Semilla, 22nd and 7-Eleven, we have the mango. We have another avocado tree, but the little kind. And it's actually gotten pretty big. This is the one with the other type of avocados. I think they're called Hass or Hass avocado, Hass, Hass. They're mostly imported from Mexico. That one I think it's a mango tree. Yeah, the leaves are different on this one. You see how these leaves are longer and they're darker, as opposed to these, which are wide. Actually, the tone is almost the same, but when they're new, I think they're brighter on the avocado. But these are thinner. These are thinner, and let's see it. You know what I'll do is I will rotate it. I like to do that every so often, so that it kind of like, sometimes plant life, wherever the sun rays are, some plants tend to like gravitate towards the light, because they use the light just like how solar panels use the photovoltaic effect or whatever. Plants use photosynthesis, I believe, if I remember correctly from school. All the dead leaves I put here with the whatever that's called. It's right there, mulch. There's a bag right there I haven't put down yet with the mulch, because we try to kill off all the grass here, so we put down stuff and then we put mulch over it. These flowers I also have to water. Mama Vilma keeps saying that they're dying, but I say no, they're not. It's just this one right here, the third one, is kind of like doesn't look too full, but the other ones, we got two here. This one looks healthy. You can see it's got like almost like a little trunk, but it's a flower. I mean, or a plant. It's not a tree. It's got this other plant in front of it. This one doesn't look too bad either. It's pretty full. This is the one that I told her, if anything, this one looks like it could blossom more. And here's one more plant, and I don't know what these are called. So anyways, and there's some weeds here I can pick off, which I'll probably maybe either do today or tomorrow. I've been waiting for the bulk pickup, because there's something that I have to pick up. Anyways, so what I do with the coffee grounds, this is a recyclable cup. So that's from the coffee that I had before. I'm gonna make another one now. The caffeine, I saw from a SciShow episode. It was actually a short. It wasn't even a full episode. But I've seen that caffeine is a natural pesticide. I'm gonna look for the video and I'll link it. So what I do is when I'm cleaning this out, I take the chance and I water the trees at the same time as I clean this out. So I just do this. I lower this and bam. And see, I clean out the thing, and at the same time, I was able to apply a little bit of essentially caffeine to the plant. So now I got extra water. Let's water some more. This would be the second watering today for these. Here's 22nd. Give it a little bit of water. This is the lemon plant, which has grown a lot, like horizontally, but not vertically. Give it a little bit of water. And here's the infamous 7-Eleven, which even though a lot of its leaves got burnt on the top, it still got a lot of ones that, and I think that another part of the reason they got burnt, besides of the location that I put them, was because when Papa Alex and Mama Vilma went on holiday, I was a little depressed, so I did not pay attention to my to my nurturing side of the plants. But look, the trunk that Mama Vilma cut, look, you see how nature finds a way? Look at these leaves. The trunk is regrowing. Let's see it from behind. I know this is not the most interesting content, but I love plants. My boy Nick knows that. I might forward him that. Nick, what's up, man? I love you, bro. I talked to Johnson today. He said he might come to your house later today. And Johnson's cool. He's my other boy. Johnson's from Ecuadorian. Nick is Jamaican Italian, so he's like my daughter. My daughter is Colombian Italian. All right, let's put this back. That's the one rule in the house. How you find it is how you leave it. So I must follow the rules. The rule is we only have one rule, and my saying, which is the only quote that I've come up with two quotes. No, one quote. The other quote is Mama's grandma. My quote is, house rules or house rule does not make a home. Following it or following them does. So that's what I try to emphasize to the princess. You know, why it's important why rules are set. And then, you know, they're set to maintain order, but also because they teach you like values about respect and love and kindness and honesty, which I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, but why should I judge myself? I know I was created in the image of how the word says we're created in the image of our Creator, and our Creator judges us for our wrongdoing, which is why we ask for forgiveness and why we're taught to forgive also. But I really, truly, honestly believe with all my heart and all my soul that for me to judge not just myself but other people, it's irrelevant because I'm not the creator. I'm just a human being. But being yourself is valuable for everybody out there who's watching, no matter who you are and what you're going through, whether it's joy or whether it's pain. And I'll tell you why right now. Because you were created by the Holy Spirit, the only perfect entity in the known, not just universe, but universes in the whole space-time and all types of space-times. So the fact that we were created by a perfect entity, perfection does not know pain, does not know joy, does not know love, does not know any of those things. The only way perfection can experience those things is through us. So when we're going through something, whether we think it's good or bad, it's good. It's because our experiences is how our Creator, who is perfect, gets to experience all those things. It's through us. So you, whoever you are watching, you are perfect just the way you are. And another thing that I've come to learn is that Yes, I have parents who, without them, I wouldn't have even barely a reason to live, except for the princess. But it does not mean that I'm still not capable to learn. Doesn't matter how old you are. Every day of life is a learning experience. It could be something minute. It could be learning about how somebody else's day is, but you're always learning. That's why, like I always tell my daughter, uh, when we look our face, we have 2 ears, 2 eyes, but only one mouth. So even our human anatomy speaks for itself. It teaches us that listening is more important than expressing yourself or stating your point. Alright, so it's time for cafe with a Keurig machine, which I believe was a present from Alexandra. Alexandra is if I was mom and dad, she'd be my favorite child because she grew up without the most stable, like mentally speaking. So, and also, hopefully she's earning 7 figures by now, which, and I know that doesn't mean much, but she works hard, so I feel like she deserves it, and I want her to be earning that much. I want her to be earning enough that she can live life however she wants to live it, and she doesn't have to live paycheck from paycheck. Because I know there's a lot of people now that are earning 6 figures that are living from paycheck to paycheck. So, mami, oh, voy a dar de grabar, pero tú sabes, bueno, esto es mejor una pregunta para papá. Si hay gente ahora en este país que ganan un salario de anualmente de 1 millón o más, bueno, de 100 mil dólares o más, que están viviendo de pago a pago. Sí, ¿verdad? Hay mucha gente ahora que ganan 100,000 o más, que viven de pago a pago. Pero ¿qué tal si están ganando como que viene después de 100?
200.
No, si le pones un número más, sería 1 millón, 7 figuras, entonces 1 millón. Si tú estás ganando 1 millón anualmente, me imagino que la probabilidad que estés viviendo de pago a pago ya no es tan grande, dependiendo con tu estilo de vida. No, estoy haciendo un video para mi canal, que ahora tengo 71 suscriptores. Oh no, necesito una nueva caja si me quieres comprar una nueva. Eso no es el teléfono. Y yo te dije que la caja fue fabricada en Changhuan, China. Entonces es de buena calidad. Yeah, Changhuan is the Silicon Valley of China, so anything that comes out of there is top quality. China is really the place, like literally the phone, what I'm recording on right now was manufactured in China. Yeah, it was designed here, but China is definitely the world's manufacturer. Allegedly, I spoke to a buddy of mine about it, a good friend of mine, I consider him a brother, and I was talking about how I hear that Mexico is stepping up because they have lower wages. But he said that their infrastructure is not set up yet to be able to produce at the scales at which China produces. So yes, their labor might be cheaper, but they're not ready yet to handle, just like this guy, like Musk. Musk, if you're watching this, I saw a video that alleges that you have like 1 million orders for your new truck, your RoboCup truck, which IMO looks funny as heck. I don't know about its functionality. I can't speak on that, but I do know that just your basic Model S, the car is practically a computer, and it's really, really nice. My buddy who I was talking with yesterday, he's got one, and I just love it when he opens the door and you see like the light, it says Tesla on the floor. It's awesome. And but at least you're not as weird as Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was a little weird, allegedly. Oh, and also if it's true, it might just be conspiracy theories. They they tore up a lot of his research and development when he passed because he was trying to create a way to provide wireless energy so that everybody would have access to like free and abundant energy, which I think that seeing a lot of YouTube and also the fact that I don't have a graduate degree, I fall under the how do you call it, the demographic of people that would tend to believe in conspiracy theories. And one of those conspiracy theories is that Tesla's work was actually undermined by the likes of like in that time I believe it was Rockefeller and Edison, two of the biggest, two of the people with the deepest pockets. And the reason why is because Rockefeller probably built the railroads that go east and west. Edison was providing steam powered energy. He was building plants. So if Tesla's invention was to be created, their power, their wealth would have been affected. And that's why it's really a conspiracy theory that could theoretically be backed by facts. And also, it would affect the energy market. Is a market that is, there's a lot of money involved in it. I remember when I was in college, somebody came, so this person all hyped up came up to me and said, "Hey, you want to invest in this type of energy? It's with water." And it made a lot of sense because the ocean currents produce a lot of energy. So I'm sure we're harvesting that already, and they're probably not even telling us, just so that they can maintain, like the beers company, how they maintain control over the price of diamond, which all diamond is. It's just an element that was put under pressure for thousands of years under a certain like depth in the Earth's crust. And because of death and the pressure and the heat, it turned into a crystal that, possesses certain qualities that makes it last forever. Anyways, I'm gonna do this survey. This is from today, Saturday, which is Chick-fil-A. Where does it say? Chick-fil-A right there, if you can see it. Today's just the day that the princess and I have a tradition. So I'm using the trusty Chromebook, which is powered by Linux. I taped it up just like the Zuckerberg because essentially they could do it on the phone as well too, so it doesn't really matter. And also not just that, but I need to get one of those things that measure radio frequencies to see if there's any bugs or anything around me. My buddy has one, but my buddy has more reason to protect his privacy than I do. I don't really have anything much going on. I mean, the amount the amount of money that an entry-level lawyer makes is, compared to what I do, it's not worth their time, their energy, and their effort to try to come and say that, hey, this person is guilty of fraud or tax evasion or something, because my whole life is right here in this cup and what I have up here in my head. And what I have up here in my head is not much, except for the fact that the government, it really is corrupt. But we all know that. All we ask is, people in power, if you're going to steal, at least leave enough for the people so that our quality of lives can be, so that we don't eventually end up in pods with microchips tied to our heads so that we live in simulations. Please allow our quality of life to be, a standard of living that maintains first world country. We don't have to worry. We buy a condominium, it collapsing in 30 years, or infrastructure. Well, I don't drive because I don't have a car. I'm poor, remember? My whole life is right here in this cup and this little iPhone. This iPhone, I still haven't paid Mama Vilma back completely for it. But anyways, that's why I'm doing a survey to get a free chicken sandwich, people. And that's why I asked you guys for donations, because I still owe Mama Vilma for my last doctor's appointment. And I gotta also get a notebook because my doctor wants me to take a class so I can keep myself busy, which I want to as well. That's another reason why I haven't been doing too many videos, because I've been trying to find other ways to keep busy. And but I am making this video today. This is just my Saturday, pretty much evening. I'm not going anywhere because I was invited maybe to go out, but that's a maybe. I don't know that that individual will, end up saying, yeah, let's just go to our buddy's house just to kick the shit in the park, in the car park where it's hot as can be. I probably just, at this point, even though I haven't been there in so long, I just go inside the house in the AC. But my boy Gretchy, Mike, if you ever get a chance to see this, bless you, man. You are awesome, man. You are the SHI. You're the shite. Mike done well. I hope everything's going well. And if not, don't worry, buddy. Just keep your nose clean. And Mike's good, man. He's got himself a beautiful wife. And if things don't go good with him and his wife, he'll just find himself another one. That's how much I believe in him. Nick got a job right by his house so he can walk there, which I must say, I gotta be happy. That's all I want myself too, even though I do want it with a different supermarket. He's got it for a different supermarket than the one I want. The one I want is the one where hopefully I could work like 20 years and then leave my whatever they call those things, leave it to the princess. And effing Social Security, which I know is socialism, but we've had that here in the States for the longest. People are just dumb. The people that say, oh, we don't want socialism. We've been had socialism forever, you guys. You guys are just idiots. Just in that form, and in Medicare too. But and it doesn't matter if I call people idiots. How many people are gonna watch this video? 9? And nobody's gonna spread any message. Watch Second Thought. Second Thought, he's got a lot more viewers. He talks about, what that guy Bernie Sanders did. It's too bad that the Clinton administration, that they stole his election, because we could have had a Democrat in the White House during the time that Trump was there. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I knew Trump was gonna win. I was already before he was elected. I was already trolling people, saying that Trump is going to make the, what's that thing called, that movie? Trump's going to make the purge legal. Which essentially came true. It was just one day, January 6th, but laws weren't enforced, so it technically wasn't a purge. But people did have to face consequences. And Trump, it was the one that did it, but let's face it, Trump's not gonna face any he's not gonna get into any legal trouble. The only way, I've always said, the only way Trump's gonna end up serving time in an institution is if his name is on the title, he's the owner of that institution. So Trump, think about that. If you need an administrator, somebody to work for you, I'm right here, okay? I need a job. I would hate to be away from my family, but if the salary is good enough, like talking about 7 figures, 8 figures, I will go work and leave my the princess here to be raised. At least I have Mama Vilma and Papa Alex to, and I'm not saying that mommy is a bad mommy. I'm just saying that mommy and I, both of us, we need to learn more on how to love ourselves, in my opinion. Mommy, maybe you're just fine and you're doing good, and you're what's it called, is going 100% well, and you're the best mom you could possibly be. But in my opinion, being a parent is not about saying you're a good parent or a bad parent. Being a parent is about adapting, about learning, about always being present. Please tell us in 3 or more sentences why you were highly satisfied with your Chick-fil-A experience. This is the part where I normally say, oh, your employees are so great and stuff, but I'm going to be honest this time. I'm going to say I received a chance to get a free sandwich. their sandwiches. Chick-fil-A does have the best chicken sandwiches. It is better than Popeyes. And if you don't believe me, go to Food Theory. They actually did a test, and it really and I've tried both. It really is. The only thing that Popeyes is good, the only reason it's better, in my opinion, it doesn't even taste better. But one thing that Popeyes chicken sandwich will do for you that Chick-fil-A won't, it'll put you in the ground faster than a Chick-fil-A sandwich, because they bread that shit up with so much breading, and I'm sure it gets cooked in the oil, and all that is probably saturated fat. But the only thing is, Chick-fil-A, they have a stance where they don't support people that are that have a certain sexual orientation, which I don't know why they would even comment on that. Why would a business comment on sexuality or race or things like that? Those things are so stupid. Just do what you do. You guys serve food. Just do that. Don't worry about policy, and that's another thing that our government is so caught up on, the rights of people. It's supposedly religion or church and the state are supposed to be separated, but that's a bunch of fucking bullshit, all right? I'm sorry to say. And the reason why I say the government is corrupt is because anybody seeking a position of power, right away, the act of seeking power is evil. So anybody that's elected is already somebody that is not good. They don't have your best intentions in mind, okay? If they have your best intentions in mind, they don't need any type of position of power. They could just be there and talk to you and support you, whether it be emotionally or mentally or physically. Bought meal for princess. I'm gonna put in quotations, daughter, so they understand, which is our Saturday tradition. Oh my goodness, the D gets stuck in this keyboard. They want 3 sentences. Jesus, but look, I'm doing work just to get a free chicken sandwich. I'm not gonna capitalize Saturday. I know in English we capitalize our days, but oh my goodness, the D, good. Gotta remember to hit it hard. So this is what I wrote. I received a chance to get a free CFA sandwich, period. Bought meal for princess, daughter, in parentheses, which is our Saturday tradition. I'm happy I could make princess happy, period. That's the first time I probably was like, I've always been honest. The people there are usually, they get paid I think like $15 an hour, but it's like the supermarket that I want to work in. They want people that are like clean cut, usually young, they just got out of school or they're going to school. We got a sandwich, fries, and other lemonade. Now they're gonna ask the taste of the food. I'm gonna just put highly satisfied on everything, because sometimes these things will affect, like for instance, the operator of this restaurant, Micah Copeland, if he receives enough like reviews where everything is like 100%, he might get a nice bonus from the Chick-fil-A Corporation. So that's why they do these things, so they can determine how well is the store being ran. So they can get their bonuses. That way they can get at least their, their six figures can be close to a seven-figure salary, or at least, you know, maybe make like, yeah, they make seven figures, the owners of a Chick-fil-A, at least in sales for sure. But I think in revenue, the manager might be pulling in seven figures. Especially with inflation right now. I'm not too familiar with the economy and the way wages go, but because I applied for jobs, but unfortunately, since I don't have I live in the suburbs, which is very car centric, and I don't own a vehicle. The vehicle I did own, I sold it once for reasons that I'm not gonna say, because if I do, and my better half sees this, she's gonna say, "Why do you bring up the past? Why do you bring up the past?" And I'm not bringing it up to like be mean or anything. It's just a state of it's just a fact. I sold my car so that you could get medical treatment. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, granted, you've never when you have something that is of monetary value, the most I can get from you is maybe $4 for a pack of cigarettes. When I was making money, I used to give you a quarter of my check, no questions asked, for taking care of the princess. And I can take care of the princess. Their survey's done, so I'm gonna finish this video. I can taking care of the princess is I'm the cook. That's why I made the series. Royalty Food, Patreon. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to look at it. Once I reach episode 100, I'm gonna add a second tier. Right now, there's only 2 tiers. The first tier is good enough. The second tier is only 1 episode, because the second tier is myself using the camera in this format as a type of therapy. And the problem with therapy is that at times in therapy you discuss things or ways people wronged you, and I believe in forgiveness. As far as religion goes, if I was to pursue a religion, I'd want to learn about the Islam faith, because I do believe Jesus was a prophet, and I believe that Jesus came on earth so that we would all learn the following 2 things. 1, the golden rule: do unto others how you would have them do unto you. Simple. And number 2, a little bit harder: forgiveness. Super important. Forgive all your debtors or people who have wronged you, and also forgive yourself. And then just from those 2 things alone, you just grow from there. You learn so much. And also you have to constantly read the word. You have to constantly, like me myself, I suffer from depression, but I do see a doctor. I take medication, which has helped a lot. And when I could tell when I don't take my antidepressant, I could tell like my brain is just not the same. But it's helped so far, and especially because I suffer my panic attacks. Thank goodness that's calmed down. I think last month was the last time when like even bringing it up, it doesn't make me feel like that bad right now. I mean, of course it helps, I take like 6 milligrams of Xanax a day, and 24 milligrams of buprenorphine, and that helps with depression. I don't care what anybody says, that shit helps with depression. And I think the reason why the Xanax doesn't really make me too drowsy is because the opioid that I take is derived from phlebotomy, which is the same chemical structure, the same compound from the poppy plant that oxycodone is derived from. And oxycodone is an opioid which is known to have stimulant properties. That's why some people who are in pain, as soon as they pop those oxy pills or oxycodone, that's the name brand, and they start cleaning up the whole house. because it's not like morphine or heroin where you shoot it up or you snort it or you eat it or you take it or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like this. No, with oxycodone or Roxy, the same brand, when you take it, you're like, oh, you're like, all right, let's go, let's get this done. So I think that's why the Xanax doesn't. If I have trouble sleeping, I actually take like an antihistamine, and that shit knocks me out. That's why I've only taken like maybe 2 or 3 in like this whole year, because I don't like it. I don't like getting being knocked out like that. And I have made videos sometimes when I take it. There's been times when I take more than 6 milligrams of Xanax a day, like on days when I think I'm having a panic attack. Because the way I look at it is, I'm not gonna roll the dice. If I having a panic attack and I rather just take more Xanax to make sure it's not a heart attack than have to go to a damn hospital, because I'm tired of. I could never own a property, not just because it's damn near impossible because of the mortgage rates and pay rates are a joke, but also because I'll probably have liens put on it because I owe money to hospitals because I don't have health insurance. Which reminds me, I got to make a phone call to the state because they did say to call them regarding Florida Medicaid, which is a health insurance for people who are either disabled or moms who are expecting, or kids who, their dads are deadbeats like me, because I haven't been paying child support, but I have been applying for jobs. It's just nothing close by. I gotten plenty more rejections than I got invitations for, to interview. And then the 3 times that I got invitations to interview, the person who said that they would give me transportation to and from changed their mind and said, oh, that's too far, can you look for something close? So that completely fucked me. But gotta just keep pushing forward. I have put two applications since then, something forward, and also spoken with somebody. You guys saw that video, where I went walking, maybe a job. But so far, nada, zilch. I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna post it up because what the fuck, you guys, my content ain't that great. At the most, maybe because I use foul language, you guys may have to pay attention a little bit more. And I have no point to make except peace, love, and be safe out there, guys. It is Saturday. I know there's people out there that work hard, therefore you play hard. But if you're gonna play hard, know your limits, and try not to do too much. All right, I love you guys. Thank you. Ciao.